We made it to Ushuaia, Argentina for a short visit so we could reset our visas and return to Chile and pick up some boat parts we knew we couldn't get in the small town of Puerto Williams. There wasn't too much time for fun, but directly behind the yacht club was a helicopter touring company. We saw they offered a large discount if you were able to pay in US dollars, and when they offered to let us bring our furry friend, we signed up for their quick 7-minute tour around the bay. It would be the first time for all of us in a helicopter, and I was starting to think Roxy was the most spoiled dog in all of the world. First Cape Horn, and now the beauty of Patagonia. Seeing the whales from the sky brought tears of joy to my eyes. It's these moments that we value and remember for the rest of our lives. Many people question why we would choose to sail around Cape Horn and Patagonia in this cold area of the world. And I can say for one, it's these unforgettable moments that make the hard work all worth it. Charterboat Iceberg lent us their car in Ushuaia to run a few errands while we were in the big city. Surprisingly, with all the Antarctic expedition boats at the yacht club, there wasn't much in the way of chandleries, but we used our best Spanish to find our way around to tour various hardware shops and get what we needed. Then, in a blink of an eye, we were setting sail once again.
Hello everybody, we are leaving Ushuaia right now. We are headed back to Puerto Williams. It's a little bit rainy today, but other than that the weather's pretty decent. Rain and cold is just what we have to get used to down here. And Ushuaia was pretty beautiful actually. The snow-capped mountains were absolutely wonderful. We had a really short time here. Unfortunately, we didn't get to show you a lot of the city. But it's a really nice city. There's a lot to do here. There's not a whole lot though for boats. As far as maybe it's there's no boat store. Let me put it that way. But basically, Ushuaia is a very big cruise ship port. There's a lot to do here if you want to do things. It is a little bit pricier to be here than it is in Puerto Williams. And to be honest, we kind of prefer the low-key, more family-like atmosphere of Puerto Williams than we do the hustle bustle of the big city. So we are headed back to see our friends over there. Okay guys, today is going to be just a fairly short sail. It's about 40 miles in between the two cities. It's going to be downwind all the way. It's basically either going to be really light, blowing like 6 knots, or it's going to gust to 35 or 40. It's great sailing down here, guys. It's basically like sailing on a flat water inland lake. You're totally surrounded by all the mountains. There is some current, there are some big gusts that come through, but it's flat water, which we really like. So it's good for Sweet Ruka, and good for us, and good for Kate, especially with the seasickness. She doesn't have to worry about that here. So signing off for now. We will keep you updated as we go.
Yep. Maybe, hopefully we can get some nice sailing shots, and we'll see you in Puerto Williams. Ciao!
Bye. Well, we're just zooming along about 7 knots with just the jib up. It's a really, really nice cruise. The wind is kind of just over the beam, aft beam over here, and just the perfect amount to move us along nicely with only the jib. We could easily have the main up right now, but we're just not going very far, and we don't need to go fast. So we're just really enjoying the scenery. We've seen a lot of whales, we've seen some sea lions, all kinds of good stuff. Tons of whales, really. What was kind of disappointing, there was a really nice whale behind us, and one of the whale watching catamaran boats just hammered on the motors and just drove right up to him. And like, to us it seemed like almost scared him away. I mean, he just went up full speed, 20 knots right at this whale. Man, just kind of ruining the beauty of it, but that is what it is, right? Tourism comes first. So, and in reality, we're tourists as well, but we try not to be quite so disruptive. But yeah, it's awesome out here. It's a little cold. Got the gloves on. It's just above freezing. But the snow on the mountains are beautiful. The wind is nice. One other thing, there's a big schooner here right behind us. They left Ushuaia just a little bit after us. They had to wait for a pilot boat because they're over 50 gross tons, and so they needed to pay a little more money to leave the harbor than us. But so it looks like they've got at least one sail up. They might have a similar configuration as us, we're not sure, but we'll see when they go by. It'll be interesting. For now, I'll take you downstairs and I'll show you what Kate and Roxy are up to. Hey guys! What are you guys up to down here?
Oh, hey! Just trying to work on a thumbnail for the next video. For a little while I got kind of woozy, but I'm okay now.
And what's Roxy doing over here?
I don't know. Roxy's just like chilling out.
She looks pretty comfortable.
Yeah. And she's fairly happy.
All right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hey guys, we are just about back. We're having a little noodle bowl. These taste pretty good and they're really easy to cook. Right behind us is Puerto Williams, so we are just about there. Word is our mooring buoy might still be open, so we might be able to sneak in there and grab it. So that's it. The sail from Ushuaia to Puerto Williams. Pretty simple, not too much to it, and it's mostly downwind, easy shot. It's a lot easier to sail from Ushuaia to Puerto Williams than it is the other direction, at least when it's windy like this. Okay, see you in port.
Buenas tardes. Tenemos tarde de Ushuaia y arribo a Puerto Williams en la McAldy.
Tío, amo de información. Bienvenida a Puerto Williams.
Well, we are back in Puerto Williams. Woohoo! It is cold. But yeah, we're gonna get checked in and then eventually start heading north. But for now, a little more time in Puerto Williams. Ciao. Now it is time for boat work in beautiful places with a special hose we were able to pick up in Argentina.
Hey guys, I am joining you from the aft starboard lazarette today, and our project for the day is to replace one of our cockpit drain hoses. I'll show you what's going on here. So, right down here in our build, or in our the little indent for our wheel. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now. There is a name for it. But that drains through this hose down here. Let's take a look. So that comes out right here and comes along through this hose, which of course runs through here and then back underneath our autopilot and then back into the little cave behind the steering column. So if we look real close at this hose, it's starting to dry rot a little bit. The markings on the hose say it's from 1997, so she is 26 years old, at least this hose is. So although the top of it, you know, looks in fairly decent condition, if you start to look closer, you're going to see a lot of cracks and some dry rot in here. And you can also see some cracks and whatnot over here. And I'm not sure if you can pick those up on the video or not, but that's the potential for a failure beginning to start to happen with this hose. And I'll show you where it comes out here in the back. I've got some duct tape over the hole. So you can see there where it comes out, and even though it comes out above the water line, it's potentially dangerous because especially when we're sailing downwind or when we're sailing or motoring at any speed, the transom tends to dip into the water. Then that actually becomes below the water line when we're moving quickly. And if there happened to be any failure of this hose, we definitely have water coming into the boat if we were moving quickly. So this is a really good time. It's glass calm out right now. The temperature's not too bad. Yesterday it was just blowing 48 to 50, and today it's very calm. So right now is the time to tackle this. So let's get to work. All right, so first things first, we've got to cut all the zip ties. That are connected to this hose. I need to squeeze in back there and get this hose off. Now this silly hose, being on here for years and years, it's probably going to be a real royal pain in order to get off of its fitting. But we're going to see what we can do here. Okay, those clamps are off. So there you guys go. You can see the cracks that are in there beginning to form here. And that's what we're a little worried about. And also you can see here, 1997. So there's a little bit of water in the hose. So I think we're gonna angle it up like this. And I'm gonna go uncover the hole in the back and try and drain any water out. Okay, so we've got that duct tape on there in order to just stop if the wave for some reason were to come hit the boat here from behind. We've got that on there. Let's see here, right there. Just to make sure if a dinghy comes by or something like that, that we don't get a big splash of water in there while I'm working. All right, I think now what we've got to do is just cut this other hose the same length here and put them back in. All right, we've got our tube cut here and we are ready to put them back in.
Curtis finished the hose replacement fairly easily, which only required a bit of boat yoga and some numb legs. It's never a dull moment on a boat, and soon we got word about a wonderful surprise coming our way. Well guys, we are here in Puerto Williams and we have a catamaran that's going to come and raft up alongside of us. They are just arriving from Ushuaia yesterday and they need to check into Chile here. And it's a little bit tougher to make it into McAlvey and to Puerto Williams with the catamaran. There's places where you can shore tie, but they're looking to check in, so we're going to let them raft off of us for the beginning here so that they can get all sorted, and then maybe they'll stay or maybe they'll find another spot. I'm not sure how strong the mooring ball is. We were told it's pretty strong. Narciso, our friend, is coming in to help as well. He's in the dinghy there behind me. And so yeah, there's a group text message that everyone is a part of, and so everyone can help out if they so choose. And it's a really nice, awesome community that they have going here. So I'm gonna go help, and yeah, we're here, and the spirit of sailing and boating is true and alive. All right. All right, we are tied off for now. We'll do some adjustments and then we'll get to know our new friends. Right. Next thing you know, we were made an offer we couldn't refuse. A chance to sail around Cape Horn in a catamaran with new friends Tom and Hannah aboard Artemis. We couldn't wait to have this back-to-back special experience from a totally different perspective. Are 2 holes better than 1? Stay tuned next week for another wild and wonderful adventure. Special thank you to our patrons for making these videos possible. Don't forget to click subscribe and come along for the ride. See you next time!